While the eShop may have taken a little break from massive discounts last week thanks to the launch of Tears of the Kingdom and perhaps wisely, it seems publishers are now back at it and we currently have nearly 2,000 games on sale right now. It's another great sale, this one, and today I'm going to be covering 15 titles under $10 or your regional equivalent, and here I cover the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. My name's Alex, so this is SwitchCorner, and if you do enjoy the video today, consider subscribing, it helps out a huge amount. I also have a winner to announce later in the video for a $10 eShop gift card, and then one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and that winner they'll be announced in next week's video. Crysis Remastered gets a new low of 67% off, and while you can get the trilogy often on discount, some may only be interested in this original, the classic. Even today this game remains an absolute stunner. You start off on what seems like a routine rescue mission on a remote set of islands, but quickly find yourself in the middle of an unexpected alien invasion. The remastered version runs surprisingly well on the Switch with graphics that are sure to impress. It is open world by design as well, allowing you to carve out your own path and playstyle, all thanks to the power of the nanosuit. This futuristic tech, it allows you to become invisible, augment your strength and so much more. My enthusiasm for this game is no secret, you'll find my glowing review pinned in the comments below, and now for the first time ever, Crysis Remastered is available for less than $10. Far-Changing Tides is an adventure game where you take on the role of a young boy on a journey to find a new home. Now, with its narrative themes yet wordless design, you're left to decipher the unfolding events independently. The first game was fantastic, this sequel in my opinion even better, and it now puts you in control of a water-based vehicle. The intricate piloting of this vessel enhances the side-scrolling gameplay, and it's basically manoeuvred through a series of internal switches. Frequently, you'll also find yourself venturing out on foot or diving into the ocean, gathering up resources and unlocking critical passageways. This combination of adventure and puzzle platforming, it's getting a new low of 65% off, and my review is in the pinned comments. One Step from Eden is a fusion of strategic deck building, real-time action and roguelike elements. It also allows for solo or co-op play, and it features real-time spellcasting, evolving adversaries, and game-changing artifacts. Expect here to find over 200 spells and additional items to uncover. It even has 9 playable characters and procedurally generated levels. What I'm getting at here is that there's a lot of gameplay here for your cash, and the mission Fight Our Way to Eden. But the reason I wanted to mention it today is Mega Man Battle and Network, it was released recently, did extremely well, and it heavily influenced the combat found here. So if you did enjoy that, this is going to be a must buy. It's 60% off, and that is a new low price. A quick self-plug then here if you didn't know already, we also have PlayStationCorner, similar content, I've linked that below in the comments, and then if you are grabbing anything, consider using cornershop.gg for your eShop credit. It supports the channel directly and it's instant delivery via email. Slay the Spire while I'm on games with deck building, and this is one of the very best on the system, and it's responsible for the huge amount of genre entries we now see that cross over with roguelike elements. The concept is simple, scale an ever-changing Spire, but building out a winning deck, that will be a challenge. Now along the journey, uncover relics that can enhance your hand and expect to learn about hundreds of different cards. Definitely not an easy game, but incredibly rewarding, and even upon completion it will keep you coming back thanks to difficulty options and just simply new ways to overcome the challenge. It's 60% off and it's been slightly cheaper in the past, but it's easily worth full price, never mind a discounted one. Avicii Invector will be a good option for the rhythm fans out there. This was a surprise hit for me. I'll say it up front, if you don't enjoy Avicii's particular brand of dance music, do not come here because that is all you get. Gameplay though is great fun. You pilot a spaceship across a multi-lane track while hitting beats in time with the music. If you want to extend this adventure then even further, there are a couple of paid DLC packs with additional tracks. My review is below, but this new low of 75% off, I do think that is a steal. Paradise Killer is back matching its lowest price with a 60% discount, and this was an unexpected gem for me. This first-person adventure thrusts you into the role of a detective in a surreal vaporwave world. Now if you crave eccentricity, this is going to be your game. Its narrative is just gripping, a world under invasion every millennium from some sort of demon kind of culture. A council though relocates its gods and inhabitants to a safe location each time this occurs. But a twist arises, this time when the council is murdered on the eve of the transition. Now you're tasked with unravelling this mystery. The gameplay revolves around exploration and engaging in first person to really just get to the bottom of the truth. Be warned though, you only get a single chance to make an accusation, and then it also features one of my favourite recent soundtracks. Wandersong was on sale recently, but I missed it, and the time prior to that was back in 2022, so I wanted to give it a quick shout out today. A musical adventure game, there are a few comparable experiences, and here, well, basically our character will be singing to save the world. The idea is an adventure game where we are searching for information about the mysterious Earth song that will prevent the end of the universe. The rhythm action here is a circular colour wheel that appears on screen representing the different notes. 75% off, then that matches the low. Pinstripe is an adventure game that takes you on a journey through Howler. You play as Teddy, a former minister travelling the frozen afterlife to rescue his kidnapped daughter Bo from the despicable Mr. Pinstripe, uncover Teddy's dark past and confront his demonic foe. Expect to overcome 6 levels while tackling environmental puzzles and enemies. This was one of the earliest reviews I did here on the channel, that was about 5 years ago now. It is definitely worth a look. It's also 80% off, matching the low price, but that makes it incredibly cheap. My pickup of the week then is Sophstar. This is a game I actually nabbed a while back transparently, but I haven't yet had chance to play it. It's caught my attention though due to its glowing reviews, and it's a 90s inspired shoot 'em up, and you play as Soph, a character with teleporting powers in a transformative journey. In the game, it offers 6 game modes, an arcade story mode with 8 stages, a cadet school with 60 stages, and then a range of ships to experiment with. Each of them feature unique abilities. It's going to cater to all skill levels thanks to multiple difficulty levels, and alongside that it features numerous unlockables and multiple endings. Now at 50% off, it is the lowest price we've seen yet, and I think it is going to be worth considering, even though I can't personally vouch for it yet. Carto is going to be a great option if you want something a little bit more relaxed. I ended up with a physical of this thanks to I Am 8-Bit. It's a puzzle adventure game, and we will guide Carto on an adventure to reunite her with her grandmother. They got separated during a storm. The core mechanic here is uncover pieces of the map and then reorganize them as you please to unlock that next, pathway. It takes about 6 hours to get through this one, and it won't challenge you too much, but just a really likeable cast and world, and it's 60% off. That is a new low price. Flynn Story of Crimson is a 2D action platformer where you play as title Finn and his mythical ally Dex on a quest to save your homeland. The threat in this world, an evil that has been kept at bay historically thanks to a magical barrier, but now that has gone down. You'll be exploring the world, mastering energy moves and collecting up relics. I love the visual style they use, the controls feel great, and the variety in attacks is always going to be welcome. It's just that combination of kind of standard and magical elements really does work for me, and it's a new low price here, 50% off. Unsighted is another gem, and you play as Alma, an automaton who awakens in the post-war ruins of Arcadia, and basically in this world the life essence called anima, it gives these automatons their consciousness, is dwindling, transforming your friends into the Unsighted, and these are mindless killers. You'll be navigating Arcadia, saving your friends, and basically just remember here, time is always ticking. You can customize your loadout to suit your combat style, and you can enhance Alma's abilities through an extensive upgrade tree using chips that you find or craft on this journey. The reason I said time is so essential here in Unsighted is because it's constantly moving and it can dramatically alter the game's outcomes. You know, think lingering in an area could mean NPCs turn unsighted before you meet them, and then your choices of whom you save or maybe drain anima from, that will affect the storyline. It even features a challenge mode, boss rush mode, and dungeon raid modes, and it can be played in co-op as well. 50% off here is a new low price. Our winner of the week then, it's going to Rachel, who highlighted Garden Story, and I hope you grab that one. Great little game. Congrats. So drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Metro Last Light Redux gets a new low of 85% off, and this is one of the best ports on the system. Looks absolutely stunning. The first game's also on sale, but historically we have seen it cheaper in the past. The gameplay though, it's a first-person shooter, but I'd say it's a slower pace than most, allowing you to play strategically with these different stealth elements. This one just changed the formula by introducing more open-world locations, and then the concept we live in a post-apocalyptic future where the residents reside in the sewers of Moscow because mutants have basically overrun the land. Both entries are well worth playing, but I think this is an incredible price. Void Bastards is our final game. It's 70% off. That is a new low price. I reviewed this on the channel, and I've said this countless times now. In hindsight, I do think I was maybe a little tough on it, awarding a 6 out of 10 because the frame rate, it did struggle at moments. What happened after that video though was what really surprised me. I got absolutely addicted and now just generally a big fan of this release. You can even pick up a version for an extra maybe 90 or so cents that comes with DLC, and that adds in an additional location and characters. The concept here is simple. We are stranded on a prison ship and we must get help. Rather than use the good guys, they sacrifice the bad guys, and that's basically who you will play. You'll navigate a star map, visit locations, collect up fuel and food, of course, and then battle it out in first person. The characters are just incredibly unique though, that you control at different heights, colorblind, so the run will actually be black and white, and then a character that screams when they find a loot, alerting all enemies, and it just gets weirder and weirder from there. It is a roguelike, and I highly recommend you do check it out on the system. It really will keep you engaged for a good, for me at least, it was maybe 10 to 15 hours. And that's the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library, or are you holding onto that cash? Let me know in the comments. A shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, lists, and news and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.